What's up guys, this is Ollie aka Soul Warrior, and today we're talking about something a little bit out of the ordinary, because normally it's all about strategies, how to unlock a unit, how to master a game mode, stuff like that. But today we are talking about guilds, yes, because guilds are an absolutely essential part of Rivengard. I would even argue they are the most important part of Rivengard if you want to stick with the game for a longer period of time. In today's video I'm going to try and give you a bit of an insight into my strategies, what I'm doing to run my own guild, what you can do. I'm going to give you a lot of first-hand advice so you can do the same for your guild, and eventually you're going to be ending up where my guild is right now if you're just following that advice. In case you did not know, I am the leader of Eternal Nexus 4. So if you go just a little bit down on the screen overview of the leaderboards in guild rate, you will find my guild. We are currently in 8th place. This is the best result we've ever had, and we have come very far. Like last August or something we were like in the top 25, and now we are a top 10 guild. And I think the main thing that you have to end up in a good spot with your guild is have a vision for what your guild wants to accomplish. Don't get me wrong, this doesn't mean that your vision has to be that you want to be in top 10 guild or that you want to be the #1 guild. There's nothing wrong just playing with your friends. If that is your thing, there's a guild called Slackers, and I think their idea is we're just like slacking off a little bit, we're having fun in this game, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If that is your jam, like, I'm all for it. It just so happened, like for me, I had to become a bit more competitive in this game, and eventually I wanted to build a guild that is also a bit more competitive and set up the correct goals. But first of all, you have to have that vision for your guild, and you need to get everybody on board for that particular vision. To make this a little bit more concrete for your members and make it easier for them to follow your vision, you need to set milestones. So you basically need to come up with an idea, where do we want to be at what point in time. So in our case, for example, I said that next season we want to be a top 7 guild, and I said that 3 seasons ago or something like that, and we're well on track to reaching that goal. Another thing that is majorly important is having very clear communication. You need to make sure as the guild leader that everybody in your guild is on the same page. There is no use in you having an idea for the future but not communicating that to your members. Eventually you're gonna have a member that is just not on board with your vision. Maybe they're just there to have a good time, but you want to be like a top 10 guild guy. That's not going to work out. Eventually you're gonna run into some issues with this member, so it's better to just get everybody on the same page. Like, if you have to cut some members, bring some new blood in, and then eventually you're working together to accomplish your goal. Lastly, and this might sound a little bit controversial, I do not believe that everybody in your guild needs to be assigned a special role. We have a bit of a rule in Eternal Nexus. We have 1 or up to 2 leaders per guild. One is a co-leader, one is the leader, and then we have up to 2 officers per guild. There's some guilds that have like 7 officers, 10 officers. I'm not saying there's something wrong with that, but I've run into the situation where nobody felt responsible because everybody was having the same role. So by just making sure that there's a couple of people who are assigned the special roles, you have a higher chance that people are actually fulfilling those roles and doing what you want them to do. With guild organization out of the way, let's focus on the second most important topic when it comes to running a successful guild, and that is motivating your members. Now, the #1 advice that I can give you is use the in-game chat. We are still using the in-game chat, and we have a very active Discord. I'm gonna talk about Discord in just a bit, and we're using it for like, how is your day going? Are you having fun fighting this dragon? And of course, there's another cool feature, and that's the gift request. Make use of the gift request and tell your players that they shouldn't feel bad for using the gift request, because that's what the guild is all about. You want to actually like give each other some sort of support and make sure that everybody can advance their units. Lastly, what I feel helps to motivate your members is leading by example. I'm going to go into a lot more detail in the next topic, which also happens to be the most important thing when it comes to being a successful guild leader, in my personal opinion, and that is you have to build a community. Now, I cannot stress that enough. I believe that this is the absolute most important thing when it comes to running a successful guild. In our case, we have set up a Discord for our entire guild. There's a public part, it's just a couple of channels where people can join us. They can talk about, hey, I want to join your guild, and they can post a screenshot of their units, and we can tell them, hey, you're like, just jump right in, or maybe like visit our academy first, get a little bit stronger, and then come back to us. And then we have lots and lots of channels, all of them here on the side, you can see that. And we're using all of them basically to get everybody on the entire network, not just in my guild, in all 4 guilds that together make up the Eternal Nexus network on the same page. Now, I'm not saying you have to copy this exact server structure. However, there's a couple of channels that I can really recommend. First of all, the Happy channel. The Happy channel is a place where everybody's just showing what they're drawing into, what they've putting in work in, and basically this helps members see, oh, the other guys are busy, I should also put some work into my units. And that really helps motivate your members. They will see what the other guys are doing, they're gonna put in the work, and everybody's gonna get stronger. We also have a Meh channel, which is like for those pulls that are like, well, it's not terrible, but it's not great. And obviously we have an Angry channel, because you need an Angry channel, you need to have somewhere where you can rant about the RNG in this game. It's just part of the game. All right, we do talk about other stuff. We have like an absence channel where people can say, hey, I'm actually checked out of this game right now. I'm in the woods over the weekend or something like that. Then we have channels for every single game mode. Guild Raid is like a major part of our Discord, and there's one cool channel that I can recommend to every other Guild Raid out there, and that's having a voice channel where people can join, and then one of the members can actually live stream their Guild Raid run, and the other guys can watch and provide feedback. That's so essential, getting better and also building a real sense of community that you are in this together. There's nothing that I can recommend more to you guys. This is one of the most important channels in my personal opinion. So the point of the Discord is building a community and also getting better in this game. So part of that is, like I said, the live raiding that we are doing. The other thing is we have a tutorials channel where we basically got videos for every single dragon fight. And today I'm doing something that I've never done with you guys. I'm going to show some insights into Guild Raid. And I know this is an age-old video, so please don't take this the wrong way. This is not what we're currently doing. This is from August last year. But I have like 100 hidden videos on my YouTube channel. You guys know this YouTube channel. You're watching this video right now on it. And all of these videos are showing you different strategies how to tackle these dragons. We're trying out different things. This seems almost like a pretty good voicing over them. I'm basically walking my guild members through it, the entire network, and I'm telling them what I've tried out, what worked, what didn't. We're gonna talk about it on the Discord, and eventually we're gonna get better. So for you guys to get a clear idea, I'm actually going to share this video. It's very embarrassing. It's ages old, more than 6 months. Don't expect like a good result from me there. I'm even like, hey, this is a good score in the end. And if I were putting up those numbers today, I would be ashamed. But that's 6 months ago, all right? So cut me some slack, please, guys. All right, and then the last piece of advice that I can give you guys to really get better is track the progress of your guild. So what we're doing is we have a very easy spreadsheet. It's just called raw data for my guild, for example. Then there's a date in there, a player name, and then I just track the power, the PvP trophies, which are not that important, but we're gonna get into PvP trophies in a bit. And then the damage that they did in Guild Raid. So basically, whenever we're finishing a legendary dragon, and in the past we would also record whenever we finished an epic dragon, we took screenshots of everybody's damage against the dragon, and then we add that up at the end of the season, so we would know how much damage a member did over the course of the entire season. And this way you can very clearly track how your Guild Raid members are getting better. This is a very basic spreadsheet, and it's not very helpful on its own. However, you can combine that with, this is called Google Data Studio. And if this looks confusing, no worries. I'm doing something that I've never done before. I'm gonna share this spreadsheet with every guild leader out there. All you have to do, you have to send me a message, and I'm gonna share this with you. Yes, you can use my resources for your own guild, so you guys are getting better. So in this spreadsheet, or in this data chart that we have here, we have a couple of different tables. This is just a data dump, basically sorted by Guild Raid season. So here you can already see, oh, this guy is getting stronger every season. All right, that's not so bad. But then there's also charts. So for those of us who don't like to look at raw numbers, you can look at the charts, and you will very clearly see how your members are doing in your guild. You can even click on somebody's name, and then you will only see the chart for this one person. This is the power score, and you can do this for every member in the guild. And when you have someone who's not really putting in the work, who's not working on their units, then you can just see that right away. You can have a conversation with this member, and eventually you're going to make a decision whether like maybe your guild is just fine with that, he's doing like ridiculous numbers, or you're feeling like, hey, we should change something. There's way more in this whole thing. We got guild rate damage tables, which is just numbers again, but there's of course also charts, so you can see how members are doing season to season. Obviously this is going up and down because the dragon maps are changing, and there's a big decline last season because we stopped tracking the damage for epic dragons. We're not fighting them for very long. These days we mostly fight legendary dragons, so there's going to be a big decline this season, and then next season hopefully it's going to get up again. And like all of this, you can really delve into it. I'm gonna record another video for guild leaders. I'm gonna share it with you, but you have to send me a message because I don't think that this is like interesting for everybody out there. It's gonna be like very technical, but I'm gonna do this for you guys so your guild can also do well. That's already it for today's video. It's a bit of a different topic. Hope you enjoyed it regardless. Like I said, there's a couple of resources in this video. All you have to do is get in touch with me. Please don't send me messages on YouTube. That's just going to be super confusing. Discord is the way to go. That's normally what I'm doing. And there's going to be some links in the description below. For example, to the hidden video on my channel about guild rate. That's all I got for you today. If you are interested in joining my guild, check out the links in the description below. There's also a link to our Discord for Eternal Nexus. We are trying to build the best community in this game. We have a lot of members who like 6 months ago, they were about to quit, they joined us, and now they're still going strong. They're like, hey, joining this community is the best thing that has ever happened to us, and I want to give you guys the tools so you can build a community of your own and do the same for some other Rivengard players, so we can all enjoy this game for a much longer period of time. Alright, see you guys very soon. Bye bye. Let's talk about this. So with guild organization out of the way, let's focus on the next